Hello, this is the tutorial for how to install mods from mlptf2mods.com in a Windows environment. Should you be running OS X or Ubuntu Linux, please refer to their appropriate video. In this demonstration, you will see the basic process used to install all mods available on the site in addition to various scenarios you may encounter. Should a mod require additional information to be installed, there will be a README with the necessary information included in the zip file. For those who use 7-zip or WinRAR as their default program for opening zip files as opposed to Windows Explorer, we will look at the minor differences you will encounter towards the end of the video. It is also worth noting that while this tutorial is designed for mlptf2mods.com, it can be used as a general reference for installing all Team Fortress 2 mods that are distributed in VPK format. With that said, let's get started. The first thing to do is download some mods. For this demonstration, I've downloaded Spike Spade, a reskin for the Soldier Shovel, the team-colored Wonderbolt Wind Guards for the Scout with various replacement options, and the Ponybooks mod that replaces the Intel briefcases. Take note that the numbers following the names of the mods denotes the date that the file was last updated in year, month, day format. It can also be observed as a version number. These mods will demonstrate the variety of different situations you may encounter when installing mods from the site. Next, we open up a new Windows Explorer window to navigate to our custom folder. Depending on whether you use a 32 or 64-bit version of Windows, in addition to what hard drive and install path you chose to have both Steam and Team Fortress 2 installed to, your file path may vary slightly. For this demonstration, we will assume Steam and TF2 were installed to the C drive using the default file path. For 64-bit users, your custom folder can be found by following C, Program Files x86, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Team Fortress 2, TF, Custom. For 32-bit users, your custom folder can be found by following C, Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Team Fortress 2, TF, Custom. The custom folder is where all your mods are hosted. For this demonstration, there are currently no mods installed. If you ever wish to restart Team Fortress 2 clean of all modifications, simply delete the folder titled Custom and create a new folder titled Custom in its place. Now that we have both the mods downloaded and custom folder open, we are ready to start installing the mods. First, I'm going to install Spike Spade. Start by opening the zip file by double-clicking on it. Upon opening, you will see the mod's VPK file. For those not familiar, a VPK file is a package of multiple files to allow for easy storage, distribution, and installation of mods and other add-on content for Valve games. Whenever this tutorial references VPK files, these are the files it is referring to. Continuing with the installation, simply click and drag the files over to the open window where you can release the mouse button to copy over the files. Now that the VPK file resides in your custom folder, it is what we refer to as being installed. It is that simple. Next up is the Wonderbolt Wind Guards. This particular mod gives you the option to replace multiple items. Upon opening the zip file, you will see a list of folders with matching names of hats and miscellaneous items, and a README text file containing basic installation instructions. Simply navigate into the folder with the title that matches the item you wish to be replaced, and copy the VPK file over to your custom folder. You may choose as few or as many replacement options as you please. In the case of this mod, if I choose to replace an all-class item like the Summer Shades, they will only be replaced on the Scout. The final mod we will be looking at in this tutorial is the Ponybooks Intel replacement. While there is only one download, there are various options to be considered within. Like the Wonderbolt Wind Guards, this zip file also contains a README file with basic installation instructions. The first thing to do is open up the folder titled Book Materials. You have the option of choosing either the default or the team colored design. I will install the team colored option by opening its folder and copying over the VPK file. Making our way back up to the root folder, we must now open up the Book Models folder. Once again, you are given two choices to decide from. As soon as you know which you'd prefer, enter its folder and extract the contained VPK file to its new home in your custom folder. As you can see, there is also an optional mod for changing the paper trail. While not required, you can install it by following the same process as the other mods. Now for those who use either 7-zip or WinRAR as their default program for zip files, your experience will slightly waver from what you just viewed. The only difference is that when you double-click on the zip file, it will open in your respective program's browser. No matter which of the two you use, you still navigate the folders the same way and install the mods by dragging and dropping the file into your custom folder. So as you can see, installing mods on a Windows PC is a relatively simple task with a few divergences here and there. Before you start installing all the mods you can get your hands on, however, here are a few tips and reminders. First off, all mods downloaded from the site are client-side and legal for use. Only you can see the mods when playing, and you cannot be VAC banned for possessing them. When you install new mods, test them to make sure they are working properly. Mods are guaranteed to work on servers running SV_pure0. To check if the server is running SV_pure0, you can open up the console, required to be enabled under advanced keyboard settings, and enter the command SV_pure, to which it will state the value for that server. By default, when you launch a map from the console or start offline practice, SV_pure will be set to 0, making it the best option to test new mods. When first installing mods, install and test them in small batches of 10 to 15 at a time. By doing so, you can see how each group of mods affects your computer's performance and easily identify which mods might be causing you issues. With regards to VPK files, they are scanned by the game in alphabetical order, meaning if you have happened to have already installed a previous skin or model replacement for an item, it is often required to uninstall the previous mod instead of relying on the new mod to take priority over the previous files. Additionally, since not all mods for a particular item will contain the same files, adverse effects could occur should you not remove the old VPK files first. For information on how to uninstall mods, you can view the related tutorial. If you intend to be downloading new mods frequently, it would be a useful idea to add your custom folder to your favorites in Windows Explorer for quicker access in the future. From your TF folder, click and drag your custom folder to the favorites section of the sidebar and release when it is in the desired location. Now you can easily navigate to your custom folder from anywhere within Windows Explorer. Should you still have any remaining questions, be sure to check out the site's FAQ related to installing mods. Links to the FAQ and other resources such as our email can be found in the video information below. Thank you very much, and enjoy!